Yes, the program is today the lesson is Bhakti movement. So Bhakti movement means, you see, whenever the Muslim invasions are started, whenever Muslims are ruled India, so actually whenever Muhammad bin Qasim occupied India, later Delhi Sultans are started the ruling in India. Because of this Islam, Indian culture, Indian traditions are affected by this Islam system and Islam religion. That's why from that day onwards, especially from 7th century onwards, the Indian culture, tradition and also religion, Vedic religion, everybody affected by the Islam. That's why the Hindu system is going to fall down. Hindu culture, traditions, the importance of Vedic system is going to fall down. That's why to protect our culture, our traditions, the movement is started, that is called Bhakti movement. It is in 11th century to, it has started from 11th century onwards. So up to 17th, 15th, 16th, 17th, this Bhakti movement has continued. So Bhakti movement, so first of all we have to say what is the meaning of Bhakti movement. Bhakti movement means the movement which is occurred to protect the culture, tradition, religion of Hinduism by the effect of Islam. Okay, so that is called the Bhakti movement. So here there are so many Bhakti movement people, there are so many Bhakti movement propagators are there. So here in India, the first Bhakti movement propagator, actually he is not called Bhakti movement propagator, but he is the first person to start the, to protect the system. He was the first person, first like prophet to protect our culture, tradition and Vedic system. That is Shankaracharya. So first person we have to say Shankaracharya. So in 7th century, he was in 7th century. So 7th century he was lived in India. So he was born in Kaladi. Kaladi. It is in Kerala. So he was born in the Brahman family. So he has title, that is Jagat Guru. He has title Jagat Guru. So Jagat Guru and Adi Guru also. Adi Guru. Okay, he has title Jagat Guru, Adi Guru and Prachanna Buddha. He has one more title, Prachanna Buddha. So these are the titles of Shankaracharya. So Shankaracharya, he in the early age, that means maybe 13-14 years of age, he has taken sannyasa. So he went to do Kashi to Kanyakumari. So he wandered from Kashi to Kanyakumari. And you see, Shankaracharya proposed the great philosophy Advaita. We should remember this philosophy is Advaita. Shankaracharya proposed the philosophy Advaita. Advaita philosophy is very famous philosophy in India. So Advaita means, you see, Atma and Paramatma, soul and super soul, both are is called, both are same. Means no, Dvaita, not two, one. Advaita means only one. What is only one? Soul and super soul, Atma, Paramatma, both are one. This is the philosophy of Adi Shankaracharya. So he wrote Saundarya Lahari. He wrote the book Saundarya Lahari, and also he wrote one more book, The Critic on Bhagavad Gita. The Critic on Bhagavad Gita as well as Vedas also. So especially Saundarya Lahari, it is the main book of Adi Shankaracharya. So Adi Shankaracharya, he wanted to protect the Hindu culture and Vedic culture. So he established 4 matas throughout all over India. He established 4 matas. So he established 4 matas, that is all over India in 4 dimensions. In 4 dimensions. So in north, he established the mata, that is in Badrinath. And south he established mat in Sringeri. So north Badrinath, south Sringeri, and west this is Dwaraka, west Dwaraka, and east Puri, east Puri. So these are the mats to protect Vedic system, to protect Indian traditions and culture. He established these 4 matas all over India. So in the north Badrinath, south Sringeri, west Dwaraka, east Puri. After his death, his disciples, one more matter, Kanchi. So here we have 5 matas in India. Those are Badrinath, Sringeri, Dwaraka, Puri, and Kanchi also. So this is the starting point for Bhakti movement. Because I see Adi Shankaracharya, so in the early age, he has taken saint, he becomes like a saint, he has taken sannyasa. So he wanted to protect the Indian system, Indian culture, Indian traditions by his preachers. So that's why we can say the first person in Bhakti movement, that is Adi Shankaracharya. So one more person in Bhakti movement, that is Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya. So one more person in Bhakti movement, that is Ramanujacharya. So Ramanujacharya, he was born in Perambudur, Sri Perambudur, Tamil Nadu, Sri Perambudur. He belongs to 11th century. Ramanujacharya belongs to 11th century. So he born in Brahmin family. So his philosophy was Visishtadvaita. Visishtadvaita. Okay, his philosophy was Visishtadvaita. So actually he was living in Tamil Nadu, but there are clashes with Chola kings. That's why he went to Pandaripuram. He went to Pandaripuram. From there only he propagated Visishtadvaita. Also he established Sri Vaishnava. Sri Vaishnava Brahmanism, he established Sri Vaishnava. So generally in Brahmanism we have Sri Vaishnavas. So Sri Vaishnavas means the preachers, the Vaishnava preachers, they are called Sri Vaishnavas. So Sri Vaishnava system also introduced by Ramanujacharya. So we should remember his philosophy. Shankaracharya philosophy, Advaita. Ramanujacharya philosophy, Visishtadvaita. Okay, so Visishtadvaita means one. Advaita, that means not two, only one. Visishtadvaita, according to his philosophy, the super soul, Paramatma, is the important person. According to Ramanujacharya, so Paramatma, that means super soul, it is the most important point. So this is we can say the information regarding Ramanujacharya. So after Ramanujacharya we have Madhvacharya. We have Madhvacharya. He is from Karnataka. He is from Karnataka, Madhvacharya. So he proposed the philosophy Dvaita. He proposed the philosophy Dvaita. So we should remember, we will have the confusion regarding these philosophies, because Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, these 3 philosophies, we should remember these 3 philosophies. So Shankaracharya Advaita, Ramanujacharya Visishtadvaita, Madhvacharya Dvaita. So these are the most important philosophies. After Madhvacharya we have Vallabhacharya. Vallabhacharya. So they will ask only one question from this Bhakti movement. Maybe they can ask the philosophy only. That's why we should remember all the philosophies, all the philosophies, what are the philosophy of these people. So Vallabhacharya, so he proposed Shuddhadvaita. Shuddhadvaita. Actually, he is from South India. He propagated Shuddhadvaita in North India. So Vallabhacharya proposed this Shuddhadvaita and he propagated in North India. Actually, he was from South India. And next we have one more person, Nimbarka. Nimbarkudu or Nimbarka. Nimbarkudu. So he proposed Dvaita Advaita. He proposed Dvaita Advaita. Dvaita Advaita. He is also from our Telugu area. He propagated the Dvaita in Gujarat area. So all these are people, all these are Bhakti movement propagators, proposed different philosophies. So we should remember these 5 philosophies. Okay, so Shankaracharya Advaita, Ramanujacharya Vishishtadvaita, Madhvacharya Dvaita, Vallabhacharya Shuddhadvaita, Nimbarka Dvaita. These are most important principles. Okay, after these people, we have a different kind of Bhakti movement propagators. We have to see. So Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarka, Vallabhacharya. These people propagated only the philosophies. They introduced the philosophies. Okay, they didn't say about the shape, form of the God, and they didn't explain about the idol system. They did not explain about idol system. Just they have not mentioned about the idol system. Just they mentioned philosophy. That's why these are 5 philosophies. So we should remember these 5 philosophies, because we will have confusion. Okay, so in the examination hall, we will have that kind of confusions. That's what I am saying. These all 5 members, Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarka, Vallabhacharya. All these 5 propagators, 5 Bhakti movement propagators, so they introduced the philosophies. Okay, but now we will go for one more different point, that is the Bhakti movement propagators. The Bhakti movement propagators, they divide into 2 categories. One, Nirgunopasakas. Nirgunopasaka. And Sagunopasaka. Here Nirgunopasaka and Sagunopasaka. Nirgunopasaka means they won't accept idolship. They won't accept idolship. Idolship means Vigraharadhana. They won't accept Vigraharadhana. So they cannot accept the form of the shape of the God. That's why. So Nirgunopasaka means who are not accepting the idol system. That is called Nirgunopasaka. So Nirgunopasakas, especially we have Kabir, Nanak and Dadu Dayal. So these are mainly Nirgunopasakas. Kabir, Nanak, Dadu Dayal. Okay, and Sagunopasakas. Sagunopasakas means who accepted Vigraharadhana. Idolship. Who accepted idolship. For example here, so Ramananda, Chaitanya, Mirabai, etc. So these are called Sagunopasakas. Nirgunopasaka, Sagunopasaka. Who accept idolship. Who are not accepting idolship. So accepting Sagunopasaka, not accepting Nirgunopasaka. So now we go for Nirgunopasaka. We have to understand, we have to listen in brief about Kabir, Nanak and Dadu Dayal. Okay. So in Nirgunopasakas, the first popular name was Kabir. He was lived in 15th century. Actually, he was born in Hindu family and brought up in Muslim family, Muslim weavers family. So he proposed Ram Rahim philosophy. As per Kabir, so he told that Hindu Muslims both are same. He has not divided Muslims and Hindus. He accepted Ram Rahim both are same. That's why Hindu Muslims both are same. This is his philosophy. Okay. So according to Kabir system, Kabir ideology, so he won't accepted idolship. So he was a Nirgunopasaka. He is not accepted Vigraha Radhana. And also he said Ekeshwara Upasana. So he has not accepted multi-god systems. Just he accepted Ekeshwara Upasana. And the worshipping system should be in simplicity. The worship system should be simplicity. Okay. So what is said, Hindu Muslims both are like a water in a pot. He said that Hindu Muslim both are like a pot in, like a water in the pot. That's why he wanted to maintain unity. He wanted to maintain unity among between Hindu and Muslims. So he won't accept the philosophies like punya, papa, and bathing. While doing bath, if we think whenever we are doing bath, the punya will be there. So he is not accepted. But you see, his poems are called Doha. His poems are called Dohe or Doha. So Dohe or Doha. Okay. So this is the philosophy of Kabir. Actually, he was killed by Sikandar Lodi. He was contemporary to Sikandar Lodi, the strong ruler of Lodi dynasty. So he killed by Sikandar Lodi. Okay. But whenever he was died, there were clashes between Hindu and Muslims. Hindu wanted to bury his dead body. Muslims, Hindus are wanted to burn his dead body, but Muslims, they wanted to bury the body of Kabir. So, but whatever, this is the philosophy, Ram Rahim philosophy. Okay, it is explained by Kabir. Kabir was one of the Nirgunopasaka propagator. And Nanak, also called Guru Nanak. So Guru Nanak is also in 15th century. He is also in 15th century. So he was born in West Punjab, that means right now Pakistan, Talwandi area. So he accepted Nirgunopasana. So he is not accepted the multi-god system. He is not accepted idol system. So he told that Ekeshwara Upasana. He told that no idolship and simplicity in the worshipping system. He visited Makkah near about 7 times. He visited Makkah 7 times. Just he wanted simplicity. The worshipping should be in simplicity. Okay. He is called founder of Sikhism. He is called founder of Sikhism. Guru Nanak, founder of Sikhism. So after Guru Nanak, there are 9 Sikh gurus. After Guru Nanak, there are 9 Sikh gurus. Total Sikh religion has 10 gurus. Along with Guru Nanak, there are 10. For example, Guru Nanak 1, Guru Angad, Guru Amar, Guru Ramdas, Guru Arjan Singh. Like we have 10 guru. Okay. So he established Sikh religion. Sikh means disciple, Shishudu. Sikh means disciple, Shishudu. So this is we called Guru Nanak. And Dadu Dayal. Dadu Dayal. He is also one of the Nirgunopasaka. So he propagated Bhakti movement in Gujarat area. Dadu Dayal, he propagated Bhakti movement in Gujarat area. So he also explained, so no idolship, no idol system. So that is Dadu Dayal. These are called Nirgunopasakas, Kabir, Guru Nanak and Dadu Dayal. So these three members belonging to Nirgunopasaka system. So Sagunopasakas, Sagunopasakas. So Sagunopasakas. So in the Sagunopasakas, the most important person, Ramananda. Ramananda. Sagunopasakas. Ramananda, he was in 14th century. Ramananda, he was in 14th century. So he accepted all community people as the disciples. But in those days, the discriminations among the community caste system. But he accepted as a disciples, all community people he accepted as disciples. Kabir, so Kabir, one of the most important disciple of Ramananda. So Rayadasu, like this he has cobbler, barber. So all community people, they became the disciples of Ramananda. In that disciples, Kabir was most important person. And you see, he propagated Sita Rama Bhakti. He propagated Sita Rama Bhakti. So he propagated Sita Rama Bhakti. So the first propagator Bhakti movement in Hindi language. So he propagated this Bhakti movement in North India, especially North India. So in Hindi only, he propagated in Hindi only. So this is Ramananda. Ramananda, he propagated, he preached Sita Rama Bhakti. He was devotee of Sita Rama. So he propagated Sita Rama Bhakti. It is in North India. He used Hindi language. He used Hindi language. So this is, we can say, Ramananda. And one more person, Chaitanya Prabhu or Chaitanya. One more person, Chaitanya Prabhu or Chaitanya. So he is propagated the movement in Bengal. So Bengal area. Chaitanya propagated Bhakti movement in Bengal area. So his Bhakti movement, his philosophy is called Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Bhakti. So he called Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Bhakti. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Bhakti he propagated. So he was devotee of Sri Krishna. He propagated Sri Krishna Bhakti. So through songs, you know, this is a different process. All the propagators, they used the speeches, they used the preaches, bodhanala dwara, so they propagated Bhakti movement. But Chaitanya Prabhu, also called Chaitanya, he propagated Bhakti movement through songs. This is called Chaitanya Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Bhakti. He was devotee of Sri Krishna. He was a devotee of Sri Krishna. Especially you see, right now we have Chaitanya Prabhu followers. Today, often we are seeing in so many towns, Chaitanya Prabhu followers, disciples. So they propagating Krishna Bhakti. They are propagating Krishna Bhakti. This is Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Bhakti. So this is Chaitanya Prabhu or Chaitanya. So he propagated in Bengal area. Okay. And after Chaitanya, we have one more propagator, Bhakti movement propagator, that is Mirabai. So one more important Sagunopasakas, that is Mirabai. So that is Mirabai. You know, she belongs to 14th century. Mirabai belongs to 14th century. She was daughter of Rana Ratan Singh. So Mewar kingdom, Mewar area, Rana Ratan Singh daughter Mirabai. So she was daughter-in-law of Shishodaya dynasty. So she propagated Sri Krishna Bhakti. Mirabai propagated Sri Krishna Bhakti. She was a devotee of Sri Krishna. So she sings songs on Sri Krishna Bhakti by using one instrument that is Ekatara. His instrument name was Ekatara. By playing Ekatara instrument, she used to sing the Bhakti devotional songs on Sri Krishna. So in central India, especially Rajasthan area, she was propagated Sri Krishna Bhakti. That is Mirabai. So she accepted herself, Krishna is a husband of Mirabai. She accepted herself, my husband is Sri Krishna. Like she felt like this. So that's why, so she propagated Sri Krishna Bhakti in Rajasthan, that area. So after Mirabai, we have so many propagators in Sagunopasakas. So in that Sagunopasaka we have so many people, and we have one more person, Tulasidas. Tulasidas. He was belonging to 16th century. Tulasidas. So Tulasidas, he was in the period of Akbar. He was contemporary to Akbar. He also propagated the Bhakti system. Okay, so he wrote the great book Ramacharita Manas. He wrote Ramacharita Manas. So he also called Abhinava Valmiki. That is Tulasidas. So he propagated the Bhakti regarding Sri Rama. So that's why Tulasidas also one of the Bhakti movement person. He was in the period of Akbar. And one more person, Surdas. He is also contemporary to Akbar. He propagated Bhakti system. So he is a blind poet. He has title Blind Poet. So he wrote to Sursagar. He also propagated the Bhakti, especially Sri Krishna Bhakti. Sursagar, it is Sri Krishna Bhakti. So Surdas also one of the Bhakti movement propagator. And one more person we have, Jayadeva. So he belongs to 15th and 16th century. Jayadeva, he belongs to 15th and 16th century from Madhya Pradesh. So he propagated Sri Krishna Bhakti. So he wrote Astapadalu. So this is the Jayadeva Astapadalu. It is famous as Jayadeva Astapadalu. Gita Govindam. His famous book was Gita Govindam. Gita Govindam has Astapadalu. Astapadalu means 8 words. He expressed the Krishna Bhakti by 8 words. That is called Astapadalu. So this is also one of the important Bhakti movement propagator, that is Jayadeva. So these are most important propagator in India. And regarding Maharashtra, we have so many Bhakti movement propagators in 14th to 17th century in Maharashtra also. In Maharashtra, the most important propagator, Samartha Ramadas. So he also propagated the Bhakti system, Bhakti movement, Bhakti philosophy. So he wrote to Dasa Bodha. So he was a spiritual guru of Shivaji, Samartha Ramadas. He was spiritual guru of Shivaji. So because of Ramadasu, Shivaji became the devotee of Tulja Bhavani. So he explained Bhakti system to Shivaji. Because of Ramadasu, Shivaji became like a Bhavani devotee. This is a person, that is Samartha Ramadas. So he wrote Dasa Bodha. In Maharashtra, it has a strengthening by so many saints, Bhakti movement saints. For example, here Eknath and Tukaram, also called Bhakta Tukaram. So Tukaram, he was a Sufi philosopher. He belongs to Sufi religion. But he became the devotee of Pandarinada. That means Pandaripuram Vithoba. He was devotee of Pandaripuram Vithoba. Okay, he was contemporary to Shivaji. He also preached spiritual system to Shivaji. That's why Tukaram, Eknath, Samartha Ramadas, etc. Bhakti movement people, they lived in Maharashtra. That's why Maharashtra Bhakti system was strengthened by these people. Okay, so from 7th century to up to 17th, 18th century or 17th century, this is Indian society affected by Indian system culture, tradition, Hindu philosophy affected by Islam. That's why again these propagators are born and they protected Hindu philosophy and Hindu culture traditions. So this is we can say the Bhakti movement. You know, in our Andhra Pradesh also we have some Bhakti movement people in 15th, 14th centuries, 16th centuries. Okay, but for example Annamaya. Annamaya also one of the Bhakti movement propagator in Andhra Pradesh. So you know Annamaya, he was in the period of Vijayanagara kings. He wrote near about 32,000. Annamaya wrote 32,000 Kirtanas on Sri Venkateshwara. He was great devotee of Sri Venkateshwara. He wrote 32,000 slokas on Sri Venkateshwara. So he has the title Padakavita Pitamaha. Annamaya has the title Padakavita Pitamaha. Padakavita Pitamaha. So he has the title Padakavita Pitamaha. Actually, according to our syllabus, nobody can explain, nobody can mention about these devotees from Andhra Pradesh. But just I am giving you little bit information regarding devotees of this Andhra Pradesh. So Padakavita Pitamaha, Annamaya has Padakavita Pitamaha title. So he propagated Sri Venkateshwara Bhakti. He awakened the people by his songs, the famous songs Adivo, Alladivo, Kondalolo Nalakonna. Like this, he sang so many songs or kirtanas on Sri Venkateshwara. And one more person we have, that is Ramadas, Bhakta Ramadas. He was in 16th century, Qutub Shahi's period. He was, Annamaya, he was in the period of Vijayanagaras, Salva Narasimharayal. He was in the period of Salva Narasimharayal. So Ramadasa, he belongs to Telangana area, Khammam district. So he was also great devotee of Sri Rama. He propagated Sri Rama Bhakti. So he wrote Dasharati Shatakam. So he wrote Dasharati Shatakam. He wrote Dasharati Shatakam. So here also Ramadasu propagated Sri Rama Bhakti. And one more person we have, that is from Andhra Pradesh, that is what we can say, Muvagopala Padalu. He has written Muvagopala Padalu, that is Kshetraya. Kshetraya also one of the Bhakti movement propagator in 16th century also. That is Kshetraya, he was from Krishna district. He wrote the Kirtanas on Venugopala Swami in the village of Muva. And Tyagaya also. Tyagaya, he propagated Sri Rama Bhakti by music. So he was famous in Carnatic Sangit, Carnatic music system. So Tyagaya, Ramadasu, Annamaya, Kshetraya, etc. These are the people, Bhakti movement people. They propagated Bhakti movement system in Andhra Pradesh. So from 7th century to 16th century or 17th century, this is the, we can say, Bhakti movement. And so there are so many propagators in different areas. For example, in Assam also there was a propagator, that is Shankaradeva. Shankaradeva. So he was a propagator of Bhakti movement in Assam area. Okay, and in Orissa we have Shankaradeva. Sorry, you have Sundardas. We have Sundardas. We have Sundardas also, a Bhakti movement propagator in Orissa. And Gujarat. In Gujarat also, Narasimha. So throughout India we have so many Bhakti movement propagators all over India in so many areas. So they protected our Indian culture, Indian tradition and Indian religion system. So these are the Bhakti movement propagators. So at the same time, whenever the Islam is entered in India, whenever Islamic system is affected by, Indian system is affected by Islam, there was one more Islamic system, Islamic branch is there, that is Sufi philosophy. That is called Sufi philosophy. So this is a Sufi philosophy. Actually, Sufi, it came from Persia. It came from Persia. So Sufi philosophy, the Sufi philosophy gives importance to the peace by love. We have to reach the God by love only. This is the philosophy of Sufi. So actually you see, in Islam we have two branches, that is Sunni and Shia. In Islam we have two branches, Sunni and Shia. So Sunni and Shia, they won't accept idol system, idolism. That means idolship. They won't accept Vigraha Radhana, idolship. And they can accept only Allah. Only Allah, that is Ekeshwara Upasana. But here, one of the Islamic philosophy, so it came from Persia, that is Sufi philosophy. Sufi philosophy quite different to this system, Sunni and Shia system. So Sufi, it is introduced by Persian philosophers. Okay, Sufi is the word derived from Safa. It is derived from Safa. Sufi, this is a word derived from Safa. Safa means, we can say wool. So we can say wool cloth, that unni, we can say unni. So, and like Gongadi, it is also called Gongadi. Who wear Gongadi, we have Gongadi. That is Safa. Okay. So, Sufi, it came from Safa. That means the Shubhramaina. It means Shubhramaina. Okay. So, here Sufi gurus are called Pir. Sufi gurus are called Pir. Pir means Sufi guru. Okay. And disciple, Shishudu, it is called Murad. Murad. Pir means guru, Sufi guru, and Murad means disciple. So, Sufi philosophy, it is propagated in India. Actually, it has 4 or 5 types. It has 4 or 5 types. Especially among these types, we have Chishti branch. Chishti. This is a Chishti branch is most important branch in Sufi. So, in the world, the first Sufi guru, lady guru, first Sufi lady guru, that is Rabia. Rabia. She was from Persia, Iran. She was first Sufi lady guru. So, here Chishti in India, the most important Sufi branch was Chishti branch. So, it is introduced by Khwaja Mainuddin Chishti. Qazi Mainuddin Chishti, also called Qazi Garibuddin. This is introduced by Qazi Muhammad Chishti. So, also called Qazi Garibuddin. So, he settled in Ajmer. So, right now we have Ajmer Dargah. The worshipping of Dargahs, it is the famous worshipping system in Sufi system. Dargah means the tomb of Pir, tomb of Chishti Pir. So, Chishti Guru tomb, it is called Dargah. But actually, in Islam system, in Sunni or Shia, this Dargah is not accepted. They won't go for Dargahs. But only Chishti branch, only Sufi branch will go to Dargah. That's why in India we have famous Dargah in Ajmer, Ajmer Dargah. So many, what we can say, so many important persons, VIPs. So many VIPs will go to Ajmer, and even though in Andhra Pradesh, Kadapa, so there are so many Dargahs. Dargahs belonging to Sufi. They are not belonging to Shia Sunni, so it is belonging to Sufi. That's why Qazi Garibuddin, also called Muhammad Chishti. Okay, you know Akbar, and Akbar was a devotee of this Chishti, Mainuddin Chishti. He was disciple of Mainuddin Chishti. So many people followed, so many kings and so many VIPs followed this Chishti religion in India. For example, what we can say, Bhakti Kaki, Kutubuddin Aibak. Okay, so Iltutmish, like so many people, so many rulers, they followed Shishti, that means Sufi philosophy. Especially they oftenly visited the Ajmer Dargah. And here there are branches, some of the branches in Sufi. That means what we can say, Naqshbandi branch, Suhrawadi branch, so Qadri branch. We have so many branches in Sufi system, Sufi religion. But anyhow, Sufi main system is getting moksha, or getting moksha by love and affection. This is the main philosophy. So the Dargah system, it is the most important holy place in Sufi system. So this is, we can say, Sufi philosophy. So especially regarding this Bhakti movement, we should remember the most important points. We will get 1 or 2 questions from this sector. Especially we should remember all the names and their philosophies and their Bhakti systems. So what are the important points in Bhakti movement? Just you remember from 7th century to up to 16th or 17th century, the Bhakti movement was there. Okay, so in this Bhakti movement, we should remember the most important philosophies, that is Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Vallabhacharya, Nimbarka and Madhvacharya. These 5 philosophies are most important philosophies. So in the examination point of view, we should remember these philosophies because we will have confusion. So Shankaracharya, Advaita, Ramanujacharya, Visishtadvaita, Madhvacharya, Advaita, Nimbarka, so Dvaita Advaita, and Vallabhacharya, Shuddhadvaita. These most important philosophies in the examination point of view, because we can do mistakes. Philosophies, if you are not remembering these philosophies, we can do mistakes. That's why these most important philosophies. So Shankaracharya, Advaita, oftenly this question will come. Who proposed Advaita philosophy? So Shankaracharya proposed Advaita philosophy. Okay, here one more confusion. Who is a proposer of Visishta Advaita? We may do mistakes, Madhvacharya or Ramanujacharya. That's why in the examination point of view, we should remember all these points. Once again I am telling, so Shankaracharya, this is Advaita. Ramanujacharya, this is Visishta Advaita. Ramanujacharya, Visishta Advaita. And Madhvacharya, Dvaita. So Madhvacharya, Dvaita. So I want to explain about these philosophies just in brief. Advaita. Advaita means no two, that means one. One means soul, super soul, Atma, Paramatma. Both are one. It is Advaita. Visishta Advaita. So here super soul, Visishta, the importance, Advaita. So one, that is super soul is important. So Dvaita means soul and super soul both are important. That's why these are the important philosophies. We should remember these philosophies. And Advaita, Visishtadvaita, Dvaita. And so Vallabhacharya. So he proposed Shuddhadvaita. And Nimbarka. So Nimbarka, he proposed Dvaita Advaita. That's why this is a important philosophy. And we have, after this one, we have 2 categories in what we can say. Some of the group, they accepted idolship. Some of the people, they have not accepted idolship. That's why Nirgunopasana, Sagunopasana. Nirgunopasana, who gives importance to non-idolship. Nirgunopasana, so who gives importance to non-idolship. That is called Nirgunopasana. Nirgunopasana, Kabir, Guru Nanak, Dadu Dayal. These are called Nirgunopasakas. Kabir, most important person, so he proposed Ram Rahim philosophy. And Guru Nanak, he established Sikh religion. Sikh means disciple. So he proposed Sikh religion. And Dadu Dayal, he propagated Nirgunopasana in Gujarat area. Kabir, Guru Nanak and Dadu Dayal. They are important Nirgunopasaka Bhakti movement philosophies. And Sagunopasaka. Sagunopasaka means who believe idolship. That Ramananda, Chaitanya, Mirabai, Jayadeva, Eknath, Ramdas, Tukaram, so many people are there, so many Bhakti movement propagators are there. They are called Ramananda. You know Ramananda, he was in 14th century. He propagated Sri Rama, Sita Bhakti. In North India, he was first Bhakti movement propagator, preached philosophy in Hindi language. So that is Ramananda. He accepted all community people as disciple. And Sri Chaitanya Prabhu. Chaitanya propagated Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Bhakti. It is in Bengal. It is in Bengal. He propagated Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Bhakti. So he propagated Bhakti movement through songs. Okay. And Mirabai. She propagated Bhakti movement in Rajasthan area. Okay. She used instrument by singing songs. She worshipped Sri Krishna. She propagated Sri Krishna Bhakti. So our instrument, that is called Ek Tara. So then Jayadeva. Jayadeva, he was from Madhya Pradesh area. He was also devotee of Sri Krishna, propagated Sri Krishna Bhakti. So he wrote to Gita Govindam. He used, so in Gita Govindam, Astapadalu. He used Astapadalu. That is Jayadeva. And Samartha Ramadas, he was in Maharashtra area. They strengthened Maharashtrian devotional system, spiritual system. That's why he was a spiritual guru of Shivaji. He introduced, he wrote Dasabodha. The book name was Dasabodha. And Tukaram. Tukaram contemporary to Shivaji. He was a devotee of Panduranga, Pandaripura, Vitalnada, Vithoba. That's why, so here, Pandarinada, that means Tukaram, Eknath, Ramdas, etc., etc. And in our Andhra Pradesh also we have some Bhakti movement people, Annamaya, Ramadasu, and Kshetraya, Tyagaya, etc. Okay. And in Assam, there are some more propagators in Assam, Shankardeva, Orissa, Sundardas, Gujarat, Narsimha, like this. And these are important points in our Bhakti movement system. And also, as well as we have Sufi system. Sufi, it is a philosophy derived from Persian system, derived from Iran system. Sufi, so they worship the dargahs. Maximum, the dargah system in Sufi philosophy. Okay. Here, main branch in India, Shishti branch. It is in Ajmer. Khwaja Garibuddin. So Khwaja Garibuddin was in Ajmer area. He was famous, the founder of Chishti branch. And Suhrawadi branch, Qadri branch, Naqshbandi branch. There are some kinds of this Sufi philosophy system. So this is the important points in the way of examination system.